Wait for it to pop up on this side. Alright, and we are live. What is this? Oh. There we go. Alright, welcome. Part 3 today of the Bloomburrow Pre-Con box opening. I got one more to do after this, which is the Squirreled Away deck, I think, but trying to get through these because I'll actually be playing them come this Wednesday with my good friend Pat and Jeff and Robbie. Looking forward to it. Yeah. As always, I've got a little bonus at the end as well, and yeah. Oh, and because I like to have fun, if you can guess what I'm watching in the background and how it relates to today's unopening or unboxing, whatever you want to call unopening. That's actually funny. I'm gonna seal these. Yeah, today's an easy one. Today's a very, very easy one. Anyways, let's dive right in and get to it. So today is the Family Matters, Make Offspring Go Wide. On the back we have Prepare for Special Delivery, Battle Your... because it's a stork, I guess. I thought it was a heron, but I guess that is a stork. Oh, that makes sense with the whole Family Matters thing. Battle your friends with powerful creatures and spectacular spells in Commander, Magic's most popular multiplayer format. Zinnia offers or delivers the pain, plus a whole litter of 1/1 token offsprings that double on enter the battlefield effects. Oh, so this is the offspring deck. Okay, that's sick. Each of your creature spells gains the offspring ability, so every new arrival helps to overwhelm the board with token troublemakers. That's really cool. Zinnia, Valley's Voice. The jovial troubadour Zinnia crashed literally into Three Tree City and has delighted denizens ever since, but they're silent on their mysterious past. Oh, interesting. Let's dive right in. Let's see what this one says. Birds of a feather fight together. That's great. Keep that box. Very cool. I had to rip out all these tokens. I've been doing a good job of taking out all the tokens, and I've got a little storage thing for them. I don't know if I'll ever use them. Like, you can, of course, just use, oh, oops. Dice and whatnot. Not for tokens. I mean, for the counters. But +1/+1 counters and whatnot. But, yeah. Alright, first off, we got the box. It's Bumbleflower. And then Zinnia over here. Very cool. Let's create that. Oh, come on. There we go. I did find super cheap deck boxes on Amazon, so I'll probably pick up those and replace these at some point. Because these are just, like, I don't know. It's cool if you have nothing else, and I'm glad they give you something to store the deck in. But it unfortunately just does not fit the whole deck once it's sleeved. Like, it fits exactly the whole deck, and then it does not fit the tokens, which the tokens are such an important part of all of these decks. It's kind of a bummer that it does not, so I will sleeve that up maybe later tonight after I get in some gaming. Need a little shut off time later tonight. So of course, right off the bat, we're gonna do the sample collector pack booster pack, and got our little ad card right on the top. Actually, I'll keep that out because I like to throw these in there. Got the squirrel. And then look at this. That thing is gorgeous. Damn. That is a beautiful, beautiful card. I think I'm going to sleeve that one up right away. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to reveal the next card, but I did. We'll go over that one in a second. Oh, I might already have one of those. I'm not sure, though. So we got Mockingbird. Mockingbird is a X1 drop. It's a creature. It's a bird bard. It has flying. You may have Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast Mockingbird, except it's a bird in addition to its other types, and it has flying. That's pretty cool. And that it's a 1/1. Wait, how does the X come in? Oh. So essentially, okay, cool. You can have it come in as a copy of any card. And you just spend a lot of mana to cast it, so you can make a big ol' creature, which is very cool. And then we've got Peerless Recycling. It's a 2-drop. It's an instant. It has gift a card, and then return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If the card was promised, instead return 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's cool. Very, very nice. I really, really like the art on that one. Tea kettle and a little pumpkin. I just like the raccoon cards in general. Hi, Elsa. Oh, can't fit that in there now that I sleeved it up. So, we'll just slide that one in there. Does that have anything in it? Nope. Also have some Ikoria cards coming, which is going to be really cool. Alright, and then let's get right into the... Oh, actually, before we do that, forgot about this guy. These cool little posters that they come with. So, look at that. I really like the color scheme, too. I tried to get my sleeves to somewhat match the color scheme. I think I got, like, pink for this guy. Zinnia, Valia's Voice. Zinnia's history is a curiosity to all. Despite being an open book with their outgoing and bubbling demeanor, no one knows where Zinnia came from. They crashed into Three Tree City, literally, and have been delighting citizens with their loot ever since. Boasting a never-ending array of romantic ballads and a taste for adventure, Zinnia brings joy and laughter to any social gathering. It's never clear where the nomadic stork will turn up next, but they can always be relied on for a song or a helping wing. Rumors say Zinnia is a noble from a far-off land, one of opulent bird folk, royalty, and elite soldiers who guard them. This rumor intensified after the calamitous arrival of the Stormhawk, where Zinnia revealed their prowess in graceful flight and combat. With sharp, decisive, I don't know why I couldn't say that word, decisive moves befitting, I think I was trying to say divisive, decisive, Jesus, moves befitting a veteran plume creed soldier, Zinnia led a dazzling rescue effort to move animal folk living in a border village out of harm's way, distracting the Stormhawk and outracing it. From this triumph, Zinnia is lovingly named the Sovereign of Life, and it's considered good luck to have Zinnia perform for ceremonies, such as weddings and baby showers. Oh, cool. Very cool. Zinnia, Valley's Voice. Congratulations, it's a 1/1 token. Zinnia swoops in, bringing a colorful menagerie of offspring with them. Each of your creature spells are granted the new offspring mechanic, allowing you to double up on powerful enter the battlefield effects and swarm the board with birds, bunnies, and brushwags. You name it. What? There's brushwag in this? Hell yeah. Show the table how powerful a creature with only one can be. Only one powerful can be. One power. I don't know. I can't read that. Put that with the rest of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. They're really cool though, and I want to keep them for something. Oh, what's up, Aiden? Hey, we're hanging out. I'm probably gonna be doing the draft this Saturday, so if y'all are available, or not probably, I am gonna do the draft this Saturday. As long as Braden's house is available. That's the key thing. And the weather. If the weather is not good, because we want to do it outside, so if it's like too windy or something like that, then we might have to, yeah. They're the really derpy Chia Pet things, Elsa. Yes, that is 100% what they are. Which makes me excited to see what brushwags are in this deck. If it's the brushwag we saw, or what. Alright, so right off the bat, we got Zinnia, Valley's Voice. Zinnia's Valley's Voice is a 3-drop, which isn't bad. Again, for what it does, I think that's crazy. Which we don't know yet, but I'm assuming. That's the thing, Elsa. At first, it's really hard to remember a lot of these, but again, I'm only like a few months in, maybe like a year, I guess over a year now at this point, and I'm starting to remember cards, what they do, but what I'm also noticing is I know and remember cards from sets that have come out since I started playing, and that's how I think Braden knows so much about it, because sets have been coming out while he's been playing. He looks at the previews and stuff like that, so I think it's just, it's I'm going to remember everything that came, or a lot of the stuff that came out when I started playing and forward, and like same with you. So, yeah, Zinnia Valley's Voice, legendary creature, bird bard, has flying. Zinnia Valley's Voice gets +X/+0, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. That's great. Creature spells you cast have Offspring 2. Okay, that's not bad. There's not a lot of Offspring 1 from what I remember, so that's really cool. We'll have to keep an eye out for creatures that will benefit from having Offspring, which is really all of them, but I hope there's a lot of Expend in this deck as well. Here, bud. What are you doing? You being a crazy guy right now? He's so crazy. So up next, we've got Arthur, Marigold Knight. Literal Arthurian Mouse Knight is a 5-drop. It's a legendary creature. It's a Mouse Knight. He has haste. Whenever Arthur, Marigold Knight, and at least one other creature attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Return that creature to its owner's hand at the end of combat. Not bad. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Ooh, Elsbeth, Sun's Champion. It's a 6-drop. It's a legendary planeswalker, Elspeth. There's been a planeswalker in every single one of these, which is like a reskin or an anthropomorphized version of planeswalkers. If you don't know, planeswalkers are essentially like the... I would call them maybe like the Gandalfs of the Magic universe. They are like very powerful. They can walk between planes and stuff like that. Oh, Elspeth. Okay, that's cool. Legendary Planeswalker Elspeth has so it comes out with 4. And if you add 1, create 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, which benefits from the. Damn, that's crazy. Zinnia. That's crazy. If you get enough. So, one of the win cons I've realized with this deck is to do commander damage. Because essentially, Zinnia gets +X+0, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. So you get this one out, you go +1, create 3 white soldier creature tokens. +1 again, you get 3 white soldier creature tokens. So you're really, really going to get them up to a high number quick, and then they've got flying, so you're very, very quickly and easily going to do that commander damage. Don't eat Elsa's hair ties, you boob. Its other ability is -3, destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater. That's very cool, because I feel like it won't affect this deck. And then you get an emblem with creature you control, get plus its -7 ability. Creatures you control get +2/+2 and have flying. That's interesting. Oh, and is this base power? Yeah. Which I think base power, if I'm not mistaken, does not include any counters. So even if you buff your creatures, they'll still meet Zinnia's requirement. I'm going to have to check what an emblem is in MTG. Again, if anybody knows, you can shout it out, but emblem is a marker with an ability on it created by Planeswalker cards and when the ring tempts you. An emblem is different from a card or a token. The ability and the controlling player are the only characteristics it has. Emblems have no color, card type, or anything else, just that ability. They are placed in the command zone, which is the same place as where Arch Enemy, Schemes, Plane Chase cards, and EDH. An emblem is not a permanent, and absolutely nothing can touch it or get rid of it as long as the player who gained it remains in the game, simply because no cards say that they can. That's really cool. Restarting the game eliminates all emblems, and sub-games are unaffected by emblems with in the main game. So, very cool. I also really like the art on this one. Look at that. Look at that guy. That's a really, really cool foil card. Ooh, we got a kitty cat. So, we've got Giselle Goldmane. Is a 4-drop. It's a legendary creature, cat warrior. It has first strike. And then it also has spend 5. Attacking creatures you control get +X/+X. Until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Very cool. Martial Coup, X2. It's a sorcery. Really like what's ever going on here. I don't know what that creature is. It's crazy, whatever it is. Create X 1/1 white soldier creatures tokens. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. Their war forgotten, the nations of Bant stood united in the face of a common threat. Storm of Souls is a 6-drop. It's a sorcery. Return all creature cards from the graveyard to the battlefield. Each of them is a 1/1 spirit with flying in addition to its other types. Exile Storm of Souls. Nice. Again, helps you get 1/1s on the field. Selfless Spirit is a 2-drop. It's a creature, Spirit Cleric. It has flying. Sacrifice Selfless Spirit. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Yes! I love this card. This is one of Braden's favorite card. Instead of Jackrabbit, it's Jacked Rabbit. That's hilarious. It is a X and a 2-drop. It's a creature, Rabbit Warrior. It has Ravenous. This creature enters with X 1/1 counters on it. If X is 5 or more, draw a card when it enters. Whenever a jacked rabbit enters, create a number of 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens equal to jacked rabbit's power. That's super cool. Damn, this deck might be the most powerful one. I really, really want to play this one. I might have to play this on Wednesday. Murmuration is a 5-drop. It's an enchantment. Birds you control get +1/+1 and have vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, for each spell you've cast this turn, create a 1/2 bluebird creature token with flying named Stormcrow. Once the crow bird folk realized augurs were using the shapes of their murmurations for divinations, they decided to have some fun with it. Whoa, what is going on here? Blade Splicer is a 3-drop. It's a creature, Phyrexian Human Artificer. When Blade Splicer enters, create a 3/3 colorless Phyrexian Golem artifact creature token. Golems you control have first strike. Hanged Executioner is a 3-drop. It's a creature, it's a spirit. It has flying. When Hanged Executioner enters, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. It also has spend 4, exile Hanged Executioner, exile target creature. Oh, look at this guy. That's crazy. He's got all these weapons on him and stuff. Reminds me of dog meat. It's a creature. He's a Loyal Warhound. It's a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a dog. He has vigilance. When Loyal Warhound enters, if an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for a basic plains card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Mana Fixer. Restoration Angel is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's an angel. Wait, what was fantastic? I missed it, Elsa. Restoration Angel, and yes, he is cute. Restoration Angel is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's an angel. It has flash and flying. When Restoration Angel enters, you may exile target non-angel creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. Skyclave Apparition is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a core spirit. Yes, Jacked Rabbit is amazing. When Skyclave Apparition enters, exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control with mana value 4 or less. When Skyclave Apparition leaves the battlefield, the exiled card owner creates an XX blue illusion creature token where X is the mana value of the exiled card. That's pretty cool. I like the flavor on that one. Alright, so we have a card that can be cast as either one card or another. So you can either cast it as Dusk, which is a 4-drop, destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, or you can cast it as Dawn. It has Aftermath, cast the spell only from your graveyard. Oh, so, okay, you cast it as Dusk and then cast it as Dawn. So cast the spell only from your graveyard. Dawn is a 5-drop, and it has return all creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, that does not include tokens. We have Boss's Chauffeur. This looks like it's from, what the hell is the set with all the, its set symbol is literally brass knuckles. I forget what set it is. But it's like the Gangsters set. It's a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's an elf citizen. Boss's Chauffeur enters with a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to 1 plus the number of other creatures you control. It has Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Boss's Chauffeur. And when Boss's Chauffeur dies, create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token for each +1/+1 counter on it. That's crazy. This deck is pretty OP. Angel of Ruins, we've already pulled one of these. Ooh, look at this guy. Luminous Brood Moth is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's an insect. It has flying. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. That's a pretty OP card. For only 4, too. That's super sick. Sun Titan is a 6-drop. It's a creature. It's a giant. It has vigilance. And whenever Sun Titan enters or attacks, you may return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, look at this guy. Polywog Prodigy is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a frog wizard. It has Evolve. Whenever a creature you control enters, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell with mana value less than Polywog Prodigy, draw a card. Charlie is currently attacking my drawstrings and my shorts, so I am in danger right now. I feel like Ralph Wiggum. I'm in danger. Fortune Teller's Talent is a 1-drop. Its first ability is you may look, it's an enchantment class. First ability is you may look at the top card of your library at any time. That's really cool. Second ability is spend 4. As long as you've cast a spell this turn, you may play cards from the top of your library. That's super cool. And spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 2 less to cast. What? This card is crazy. That is super, super cool. Again, I think I'm going to be playing this deck. Ether Channeler is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a human wizard. When Ether Channeler enters, choose 1. Create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. Return another target non-land permanent to its owner's hands, or draw a card. Pull from Tomorrow is spend X and 2. It's an instant, draw X cards, and then discard a card. Not bad. Oh, look at this. A cephalid. Looks like an ood. Shield Broker is a... which one did you say? I freaking love that too, Elsa. Sorry, I'm a little slow. Shield Broker is a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's a Cephalid Advisor. When Shield Broker enters, put a shield counter on target non-commander creature you don't control. You gain control of that creature for as long as it has a shield counter on it. If it would be dealt damage or destroyed, remove a shield counter from it instead. So that's cool that you can double, like get something to double counters or whatever. Stolen by the Fae is X +2. Sorcery. Return target creature with a mana value X to its owner's hand. You may create X 1/1 blue fairy creature tokens with flying. Can't wait to see what the fairy tokens look like. Denizens of the wild don't always seek to harm intruders. Sometimes they simply misplace them. That's great. Bident of Thassa. Oh, cool, Thassa. Is a 4-drop. It's a legendary enchantment artifact. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Spend 2, tap, creatures your opponent control, attack this turn if able. Curiosity Crafter. So we got an owl caster here, bird wizard. It's a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's a bird wizard. Has flying. You have no maximum hand size. Again, we're seeing that a lot in this set. Yeah, the moth was sick. And whenever a creature token you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That is crazy. That's super, super synergistic with this deck. I like it. I really like what's going on in this picture, though. He's casting like an ethereal cat. He's casting you, Charlie. We got Devilish Valet. It's a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a devil warrior. It has trample and haste. Also has alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, double Devilish Valet's power until end of turn. That's great. Nobody thought twice about checking their weapons at the door until they were informed there was no weapon check at the door. So we got Siege Gang Commander is a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's a goblin. When Siege Gang Commander enters, create 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Spend 2. Sacrifice Goblin Siege Gang Commander. Sacrifice Goblin Siege Gang Commander. Deals 2 damage to any target. Wait. Oh, sacrifice a goblin. Siege Gang Commander deals 2 damage to any target. Thought that was all part of the title. Ready, fire. Oh, look at this little mouse knight. Or is he that might be a hamster, I can't tell. Echoing Assault is a 5-drop. It's an enchantment. Creatures you control have menace. Whenever you attack a player, choose a target non-land creature that's attacking that player. Create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's 1/1. The token enters tapped, and attacking that player, sacrifice it at the beginning of the end step. Yeah, it's probably a mouse. Probably a mouse. Yeah, because I see its tail. I think hamsters have short tails. Agate Instigator is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a lizard rogue. It has Offspring 2. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Damn. This is a good deck. Calamity of Cinders. This thing is sick. It's a 7-drop. It's a sorcery. Has Convoke. Your creature can help cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. Oh, that's super cool. Calamity of Cinders deals 6 damage to each untapped creature. Yeah, this thing is sick. I'm assuming this is a Calamity Beast. So I wonder if it exists as an actual creature somewhere in the deck. Roseroom Treasurer is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's an ogre warrior. It has alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, create a treasure token if this is the first or second time this ability has resolved this turn. Otherwise, you may pay X. When you do, Roseroom Treasurer deals X damage to any target. Not bad. Combat Celebrant. It's a creature. It's a human warrior. If Combat Celebrant hasn't been exerted this turn, you may exert it as it attacks. When you do, untap all other creatures you control, and after this phase, there's an additional combat phase. An exerted creature won't untap during your next untap step. Okay. Interesting. Whoa. Inferno Titan. This thing's crazy. It's a 6-drop. It's a creature. It's a giant. It has spend 1. Inferno Titan gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Whenever Inferno Titan enters or attacks, it deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. Time Wipe is a 5-drop. It's a sorcery. Return a target creature you control to its owner's hand, then destroy all creatures. So, nice little board wipe. Also, you can protect one of your creatures when you do it. Rapid Augmenter. Oh, I wonder maybe you can return your commander to your hand. Rapid Augmenter is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's an Otter Artificer. Look at this guy. He's very, very cool. He looks like a Mad Eye Moody over here. Uh, Whenever another creature you control with base power 1 enters, it gains haste until end of turn. That's super cool. So again, get that out and then start creating your token creatures. Whenever another creature you control enters, if it wasn't cast, put a +1/+1 counter on Rapid Augmenter, and Rapid Augmenter can't be blocked this turn. I wonder if tokens being created, technically I don't think that's cast, so I wonder if that includes Offspring. Solemn Simulacrum is a 4-drop. It's an artifact creature golem. It has, when Solemn Simulacrum enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, put that onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. When Solemn Simulacrum dies, you may draw a card. Helm of the Host is a 4-drop. It's a legendary artifact equipment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except the token isn't legendary. That token gains haste, equipped 5. Cool. Oop. Glacial Fortress. Alright, so we're getting into our lands. Enters tapped unless you control a plains or a land. Add 1 mana. Add white or blue. Deals, add a card, waste, deals 1 damage to you. Temple of Enlightenment enters tapped. When Temple of Enlightenment enters, scry 1, add a white or a blue. Castle of Ardenvale enters tapped unless you control a plains, add a white. Spend 4, tap it, create a 1/1 white human creature token. That's pretty cool. Seachrome Coast is a land. Seachrome Coast enters tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Oh, interesting. So you want to get that out early. Tap it to add a white or a blue. Sulphur Falls enters tapped unless you control an island or a mountain. Creates a blue or a green. Cascade Bluff. Tap it to add waste mana. Spend white or blue. Or sorry, red or blue. Tap it, add either blue. So this is a filter mana. Essentially, filter land. Got another exotic orchard. This seems to be in every single deck. Kind of like a command tower, I guess. Very, very cool. I love the art on this card. Very cool. Clifftop Retreat. Clifftop Retreat enters tapped unless you control a mountain or a plains. Tap it to add green or white. Shivian Reef. Tap to add waste. Or tap to add red or blue. Shivian Reef deals 1 damage to you. Battlefield Forge. Tap to add a colorless. Or tap to add white or blue and it deals 1 damage to you. Temple of Triumph. Temple of Triumph enters tapped. When Temple of Triumph enters, scry 1. Tap it to add white or a red. Sky Cloud Expanse. Spend 1. Tap it to add a white or a blue. Temple of Epiphany. Temple of Epiphany enters tapped. When Temple of Epiphany enters, scry 1. Tap it to add a blue or a red. Ferris Lake. Spend 1. Tap it to add a blue or a red. Blue and a red. Rugged Prairie is a... Yeah, there's definitely... I think there's... At least with this set, we've added some badgers. But they're not one of the main creatures, so I don't know if there's enough of them. I'll show you how you can actually search that on the MTG website. Or even, I just use TCG Player. If you go to tcgplayer.com and then just search... You change the filters to MTG, Magic, and then just search Badger, and it'll show you every single card in the history of Magic that has the word Badger in its anywhere in its text. So not only will it give you Badger creature cards, but it'll give you cards that interact with Badgers as well, which is a lot of the times also important for a Badger deck, or whatever kind of Kindred deck you're trying to make. Slide this. So, Rugged Prairie, tap to add a colorless. Spend either a white or a red. Tap it to add, so again, a filter, red, 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 white, or white, white. Sunscorched Divide, spend 1, tap it, add a white and a red. Spirited Companion. Okay, so I was wondering why the lands were in the middle of the deck, and it's not. It's the rare lands. So essentially, this goes from like rare to common, I guess. Look at this little guy. I think it's Shibu Inu, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 2-drop. It's a creature enchantment dog. When Spirited Companion enters, draw a card. Inspiring Overseer. That thing's crazy. It's a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's an Angel Cleric. It has flying. When Inspiring Overseer enters, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Cut a Deal. This is cool. Has all the different like creatures from Bloomburrow. So looks like we got a frog here, a rabbit. I'm not sure what that paw is. Probably a rat, mouse maybe, a bird, raccoon. Oh, these are the same creature. So frog, rabbit, probably like a rat or a mouse, a bird, that's a raccoon, and then that might be like a fox or something. It's a sorcery. Each opponent draws a card, then you draw a card for each opponent who drew a card this way. That should belong in the group hug deck. Path to Exile. This is a classic card. It's a 1-drop. Exile target creature. Its controller may search their library for a basic land. Put that card into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Rowdy Research. 7-drop. That's a big boy. It's an instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that attacked this turn, which is good. Draw 3 cards. Illusory Ambusher is a 5-drop. The website, Elsa, is tcgplayer.com, so as in tradingcardgameplayer.com, so tcgplayer.com. It's probably the same place that you bought the card for me from. Illusory Ambusher is a 5-drop. It's a creature. It's a cat illusion. It has flash. Whenever Illusory Ambusher is dealt damage, draw that many cards. Plume Creed Escort is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a bird scout. It has flash, flying. When Plume Creed Escort enters, target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Rapid Hybridization is a 1-drop. It's an instant. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. That creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token. Junk Winder is a 7-drop. It's a creature. It's a serpent. Is that a serpent? Oh, yeah, I can see it now. It's kind of like a basilisk. Actually, it looks more like an eel. It's a creature, it's a serpent, affinity for tokens. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each token you control. That's pretty good. Whenever a token you control enters, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. If it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Aetherize is a 4-drop. It's an instant. Return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. That's pretty cool. You can come back once you've learned some manners and figured out how to reconstitute your physical form. That's great. Chart a Course is a sorcery. It has draw 2 cards, then discard a card, unless you attacked this turn. So it's essentially draw 2 cards. So you would cast this in your post-combat main phase. Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive is a 2-drop with legendary creature, Human Rogue. Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. That's good. My ancestor Toshiro used to say, life is a series of choices between bad and worse. I'm a master of making great bad choices. Thopter Engineer, so I think that thing in the background is a Thopter, is a 3-drop. It's a creature, Human Artificer. When Thopter Engineers, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. Artifact creatures you control have haste. Cloud Blazer, it's a 5-drop. It's a creature, it's a human scout. It has flying. When Cloud Blazer enters, you gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. Very cool. Arcane Signet. So we've seen this quite a few times. Just a really cool bat. Arcane Signet. Boros Signet. I don't know if we pull one of these. It's a 2-drop. Spend 1. Tap it to add a white and a red. So we've seen a couple of lands that do this, but what is significant, again, for the newbies about these, it's the same thing with Mana Crypt that took me a long time to figure out. Why it's such a good card is because it's an artifact and not a land. You can only cast 1 land in your turn. So what you would do is you'd cast your lands, then you'd spend 2 and cast this. So it allows you to spend essentially multiple lands in your turn, even though this isn't a land. So same thing with Mana Crypt is you would, it's a 0-drop for 3 mana essentially, but you do, is it 3 mana? I can't remember. Mana Crypt. No, it's 2 mana. But it does 3 damage to you. So essentially for 0 mana, you can start your first turn, so you play your land for your turn, you tap that, then you play, Ring. Why can't I remember the name of the Soul Ring? Then you play Soul Ring, which is good for 2 mana. Then you can also play, so essentially on your first turn, you could drop, you could start your first turn with 4 mana. And I think there's other ways to start with even more mana that I don't know about because I'm a newbie, but again, very, very cool. Ornithopter of Paradise is a 2-drop. It's an artifact creature. Thopter has flying. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. So we've got, looks like we've got a lot of signets in this pack. I don't think a lot of the signets were in the other decks, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 2-drop. It's an artifact. Spend 1. So it seems to do, I think all of the, the Boros Signet, Azorius Signet, Izzet Signet, all do the same thing just for different color combinations. So, very cool. Ooh, look at this guy. Circuit Mender is a 3-drop. It's an artifact creature insect. When Circuit Mender enters, you gain 2 life. When Circuit Mender leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Felwar Stone is a 2-drop. We already looked at this one. It seems to be in every deck. Add 1 mana of any color or land that opponent controls could produce. We got our Soul Ring. Again, this is a really, really cool take on the Soul Ring. I think my favorite so far for the Soul Ring is going to be the Lord of the Rings one, but again, they're... yeah, Beetleborgs, Elsa. Also, nice call out. Mind Stone, we've already seen one of these. So, tap it to add a colorless, tap it, spend 1, tap it, sacrifice, draw a card. Terramorphic Expanse, we've already seen one of these. Sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land, then shuffle. It enters tapped. Path of Ancestry. Path of Ancestry enters tapped. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Then when that mana is spent to cast a creature that shares that Creature type with your commander, scry 1. Thriving Heath. I don't know if we've pulled one of these. It's a land. It's a Thriving Heath. Enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color other than white. Tap it. Add a white or 1 mana of the chosen color. Evolving Wilds. We've already pulled one of these. Sacrifice it. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it on a battlefield tap. Then shuffle. Thriving Isle. So now we're getting into our tap lands. Enters tapped. Choose a color other than blue. Tap it to add 1 color, 1 blue or 1 mana of the chosen color. Thriving Bluff. Enters tapped. Choose a color other than red. So same thing as Thriving Isle, just for red. Command Tower. Again, this is a classic card, but I think this, I don't know. The Jurassic Park Command Tower might be my favorite, but this is just like Bad House. Forget Bad House. This thing's really, really cool. Mystic Monastery. That's okay, Elsa. It is very late. It's 12:06, so seeing if I can get this done in an hour, just because there's lots of repeat cards in here, and I want to jam on some video games for quite a few hours after this. Actually, Charlie's trying to lay down. Come here, bud. Come here. Alright, help me, bud. Mystic Monastery. Mystic Monastery enters tapped. Tap it to add blue, red, or white. And then we're just on to our basic lands. So, here, Charlie. Gonna go through your legs there. So, plains, plains, plains. Ooh, I don't know if we've seen this one before. That's super cool with the dandy. Oh no, those aren't dandelions. Those are like flower clusters, but then the bridges coming off of them. Island. Island, island. Mountain, 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 mountain. What you doing, bud? Alright, now we're on to our tokens. So I'll put this in the pile. I know, bud, there's not a lot of room up here. I know I brought you up here, but usually you like coming up here yourself. Huh, bud? You can't use my camera to rub up against, huh? Huh, Bubby? How's your new food? Super excited for you to get your water fountain, too. Have some fresh water. Alright, white human soldier token. Got a citizen. I was not paying attention. I don't know what creature creates the citizen token. Oh, you know what it was? See if I can find it. I'm almost certain. Boss's Chauffeur. Yeah, white citizen creature token. What set is that? Brass, Knuckles, MTG, New Capenna. Human token creature, 1/1, soldier. Got a rabbit, token creature rabbit, treasure token. Oh, this is adorable. I don't think your deck uses treasure. Oh, if we could get... no, I'm pretty sure Elsa, one future deck might create treasure tokens, so we'll see. Excuse me. I want you to have one of these. Rabbit. Look at this little pudgy little guy. Agate Instigator. So this is the 1/1. I like that they give you tokens of the offspring. I think that's really cool. Stormcrow. That thing is sick. What? Fraud. That thing is crazy. Again, I don't remember which creature created this, but this thing is crazy. Frog lizard. Storm crow. Bird. Phyrexian golem. Fairy. Yeah, this is cool. I actually think I've seen one of these, but very cool nonetheless. Spirit. Token creature, spirit. Another fairy. Cool goblin. Cool art. Like a berserker, kind of. I want to know what the heck he's wearing on his shoulders. Oh, we got the Thopter. Illusion. And then another goblin. And then your rules card. Charlie, you need to chill out. You crazy. You crazy.
Why are you so crazy, bud? Is it because your mom and your dad are crazy?
Probably. Go run. Go be free.
Be free!
Okay. So, for our bonus pack tonight, got another Bloomburrow pack, so pop this die open. Put these, the rest of them, waste of cardboard, but whatever. Mangling this pack. Alright, so right off the bat, we got a Life Creed Duo. It's a 2-drop, it's a creature, it's a bat bird. It's flying, has whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Why are you eating upside down? Asks the bird. Why are you eating upside down? Asks the bat. That's great. Take out the trash. Such a cool card. It's a 2-drop, it's an instant. Take out the trash, deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control a raccoon, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Disgusting. Revolting. Effective. Ravine Raider is a 1-drop. It's a creature. It's a human, lizard rogue. It has a menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Spend 2. Ravine Raider gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Longstock Brawl is a 1-drop. It's a sorcery. Gift a tapped fish. The fish are actually really powerful because what they can transform into. So it's kind of a weird gift, but I think it's powerful in the long run. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. Put a +1/+1 counter on the creature you control. If the gift was promised, then those creatures fight each other. Finch Formation. Finches, what is it? Oh, why can't I think of his name? Darwin. 3-drop, it's a creature, it's a bird scout. Offspring 3. Has flying, and when this creature enters, target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. Crumb and Get It. That's funny. It's a 1-drop, it's an instant. Gift of food. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If the gift was promised, that creature also gains indestructible until end of turn. Uncharted Haven. As a land, Uncharted Haven enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color. Tap it, add 1 mana of the chosen color. Very cool. Curious Forager. It's a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a squirrel druid. When Curious Forager enters, you may forage. When you do, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. To forage, exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. That's really cool. Ooh, I like the flavor on that. The bones of Calamity Beasts are sometimes buried in caches where their power can grow quietly. What? Look at that thing. That's crazy. Rabid Gnaw is a 2-drop. It's an instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Unbeknownst to the hosts, the foraged seeds they served at dinner had been touched by the Calamity Beast. The results were disturbing.
What are you doing, bud?
Wear Down. It's a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. It has gift a card. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. If gift was promised, instead destroy 2 target artifacts and or enchantments. Or enchantments. Yeah, and or enchantments. Hey. No. I guess you can chew on that, actually. Oh my god. With the art and the flavor text on this is great. The birdfolk guards flitted angrily. Seriously, Timbles? Again? And he's like, I don't know. I'm a beaver. I can't help it. You cannot fit in that box. Here. Here, I'll try and open it for you. Again, you cannot fit in there. You can try. That could fit literally just your head, bud. You're a silly guy, huh?
You're a silly guy.
Oh, what is this? Hunter's Talent's a 2-drop. I love the little hedgehog, I guess. When Hunter's Talent enters, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Not bad. 2-drop, or when you spend 2, whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. That's pretty good. Spend 4 at the beginning of your end step. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Not bad. Got another Innkeeper's Talent is a 2-drop. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. That's really good. Spend 1. Permanents you control with counters on them have ward 1. Whoa, that's really good. And 4. If you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. Oh my god. That's a crazy card. I need to look this one up. Oh, what? Wait, is this like a promo or something? No, that's crazy. Well, it's not the foil. So what does a non-foil go for? $20. That's crazy. That's a $20 card. That is crazy. That pack paid for itself. What? Oh my god. Okay, I think I recognize this name, but this is a sick alternate art. That is super, super cool. Actually, I gotta sleeve up both of these right now. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Oh my god. Why did I do that? Is that it? Yeah. Don't say anything else if you're still listening. know what you're thinking. Get a sleeve. Put that with the rest of the sleeved cards, and then grab one more. I'm almost through this pack of sealed, whatever you want to call these. Sealed sleeves. I forget what they're called. Perfect fit. Inner sleeves? I don't know. Buddy, you leave this thing alone. You can chew on all the cardboard you want. Do not chew on my sleeves. I don't want you thinking that's okay and you start chewing on my magic cards. Why does the white on the back of the magic card look yellow? Alright, so Valley Flamecaller. This might be the coolest card of tonight. It's a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a lizard warlock. If it's a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage plus 1 instead. Oh, the same heat with which we forge weapons may also forge friendships. Emberheart, forge inscription. That is a beautiful, beautiful card. I'll actually look that one up too. Valley Flamecaller? Not an expensive card, but again, it doesn't matter, because this is a beautiful, beautiful card. Oh, weird. Back in July, probably before it came out, it was a $10 card. But it has since gone down. And then it's just our tokens. So another little rabbit token. Oh, and that is a gorgeous, gorgeous island. Look at the little frog adventurer. Little frog adventurer, just chilling. This is a beautiful, beautiful island. I thought it was a forest just because of the color, but it makes sense. It's an island. Very cool. Alright, y'all. That is all I have for today. What I'm probably going to do is early tomorrow or at some point, I will finish the final box. I have squirreled away to finish, and I'll get that sleeved and boxed up. And then, yeah, I'll get to playing them on Wednesday. And I guess the next time I stream, I'll let you know how it went. This was the most expensive deck. I, of course, didn't pay that for it because I bought them as a bundle, so I got them for, how much was it? 35 bucks a piece, which is really good for Commander, because a lot of the times these go for like 50-60 bucks a box, so really, really cool deal I got. I could have got them for even cheaper, but I slept on it and didn't buy them when I should, so very, very cool. Yeah, cool that I got this for cheap. And again, this is the desirable one. Before, this was going for like $80 or so. Let's actually check TCG to see what it's going for now. Scrolled. Nope. Yeah, the squirrel is... And again, people love squirrels because I think people just like the idea of, like, destroying a big, like, monstrous creature that's like a titan with a squirrel. Or, like, with an army of squirrels. I think there's just the idea people love. Yeah, this is still a $70... So I got this for half of what it goes for, which is really, really good. But, yes. This is... Is it a she? I think. Yes, this is Hazel. Hazel of the Root Bloom. Very, very cool. So, until tomorrow, and we will finish that up and then get back to our regularly scheduled programming, which is, I think we were moving on to Ixalan, if I'm not mistaken, to get the rest of my Jurassic Park cards. So, but anyways, that is all I got. I'm gonna make myself some food, sleeve up these cards, and then play video games the rest of the night. Anyone still out there? Elsa, I see you're still hanging out. I think it might have just been you and Aiden, but if anyone else was watching and I did not see, just want to say I love y'all. Appreciate you. Always. Oh my god. Nice call out to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which I watched recently. And I just want to say, if you're as kind of sick of the divisive fan base that is Star Wars, I highly suggest rewatching that movie. I think it's a great kind of funny take on that, which Mark Hamill is in, actually, because that movie is very much so about Star Wars, whether you realize it or not. But yeah, I totally got your reference, Elsa. But yes, love you all. Love you, Elsa. Thank you so much for hanging out. And good night to all. And I will see you later. Alright, peace out, y'all.